What is up, ScarKnight, bringing you V.U.R number, I believe is 12. If I'm wrong, then correction right now. Okay, either way, I am here to let you guys know what's been going on with my channel recently and for the past year. So, I know that I have been inconsistent for 2014, the entirety of the time, and I do have a theory why, and why recently as well, and I do apologize. But let me just start by saying, since my third Let's Play, Pokemon Crystal, let me just tell you that in a Let's Player's mind, when they're playing a game, they have a day they believe that they're gonna be finished, or an estimate of when they're gonna be finished. In my mind, I thought I was gonna be close to finishing by the end of December. It turns out that I'm just explaining just a replay of why I believe I've been inconsistent lately. I always have a reason why, but at the end of December, that's where I thought I was going to finish, but around that time, I was going to move from a different apartment to the next, or whatever. I was moving around that time, so therefore I needed to, have the internet off, and I was going to continue with Pokemon Crystal. After that, January came along, I got the internet back, and then I thought in my mind, like, okay, well, the next time I'll finish Pokemon Crystal in my mind is probably around March or April or something like that, and everything's gonna work out and be a happy good time. But nope, ever since that time, January started the next semester of my college, and if you guys been sticking by me ever since then, you guys would know that that semester schedule was hectic as heck. I could not do anything as for homework, doing videos. I couldn't do anything, and it really bothers me because I really do love making videos for you guys, posting it up. I always like playing my games, and I like playing my games in a long period of time as well. I always like just playing my games, taking my time with it, even though I can understand why people wouldn't want me taking my time, but that's just how I play. I enjoy it, and yeah. But for the past semester, my semester ended at May, and June I finally finished Pokemon Crystal. Very, very late day, from September of 2013 all the way to 2014 of June. That's a very long time, and I do apologize for that. I had to manage somehow. That was the worst schedule thus far, and I'm halfway through college, completing it. And yeah, it's very, very, very hectic, and I didn't like it at all. So I felt very bad that I couldn't do literally anything. I wanted to stream at some point around that time. I started streaming on June because, summer vacation, and there we go. But speaking of streaming, I streamed June, July, and I wanted to stream in August, but it's a funny story why I could not do that. So basically, June and July, I streamed Super Smash Brothers, and I had an emulator, and I decided that I want to do the cartridge version because I want to actually play with my friends at one stream, not for the August stream, but I want to get to some point where I could stream playing with my friends or something like that. But because of that, I was looking for a cartridge, and just so you guys know, I used to work at a flea market. I used to work at multiple flea markets around my area, and I know that there's this one flea market that for some reason they sell like their Nintendo 64s and their game consoles inside plastic wrap, and they wrap it around. It looks kind of weird, but people would walk by and go like, oh, it looks new, I'll buy it or something. But walking in this certain flea market, quote-unquote game store, there's games I've never heard of, and even if I have heard of them, they're mostly ROM hacks that I don't think it's possible to make cartridges of. I mean, I guess there is possible, but I don't know. There's real games in there, don't get me wrong. I think I bought a game from there before. I think I bought Banjo and Tooie, and that game worked, but I had to make sure that that worked. But the other games, I'm not even sure if they're real or not. But recently, I went to the flea market hoping that I would buy this game, and stream it, you know, the cartridge version. Hope to play it as multiplayer. But going in that game store again, I remember the cartridge being there, that there's games that shouldn't be cartridge. It's like Pokemon Naranja and Pokemon Dark Rising, and I'm like, these games aren't real. I mean, these are ROM hacks, but they belong on the interwebs. Like, what the heck is this? But I saw Super Smash Brothers on the wall, and every flea market around my area sells Super Smash Brothers for $50. So I knew I didn't have that money, but I asked the guy, one of the guys, there's two people there, and I had a person with me. This person with me was looking for a 360 memory card, and I was there looking for Super Smash Brothers. So I go there and I see Pokemon Naranja and Pokemon Dark Rising, and I see Super Smash Brothers on the wall, and I ask this one guy for the price. He says, "Oh, that game's $50." And I'm all like, dang it, I can't afford it. So I walk away, and then the other person I was with was talking to the old guy, and this old guy, he's the type of salesman, because since I worked at multiple flea markets, I was a salesman as well, and I know how salesmen work, how they like to talk and fancy, not so much fancy words, but I know how they like to talk and influence and persuade and manipulate to talk to get them to buy stuff. Not every salesman's like this, so I'm not going down on salesmen. I used to be a certain way to a degree that way. Well, not like in a bad way. I mean, like, I had my own style about it. I knew what he was doing, is what I'm saying. This guy, he likes to make the person feel comfortable with them, to a point where, no, I got you. Here's a discount. Here's the other way you could do this. Don't worry about it. No. He just likes talking and talking over the person, so they feel comfortable enough to buy whatever he pulls out. So, yeah, he was looking for a 360 memory card, and he pulled out this weird thing that he didn't even know what the memory card he was talking about, but he was confident enough. He pulled this thing out. He's all like, yeah, this thing could save music, pictures, whatever, da-da-da. And the old guy looks at me and he asks me, so what are you looking for? I'm all like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, I can't even afford it. He was like, no nonsense, let's see, what you want to buy, or whatever. And I'm all like, no, don't worry about it, I can't afford it. He was like, my friend, understand that I could hook you up, or something like that, I don't know. And the other person I was with wasn't exactly helping the situation. He was kind of helping the salesman, and I really didn't want to, you know, do that. I didn't want to just go like, yeah, there's the game. Hey, how much is it? $50. Yeah, I knew it. So, but that didn't happen. The worst thing happened where it really, you know, ticked me off to a point where I'm all like, you a fraud or something like that. So I had no choice. I was being peer pressured. I mean, I'm not a person that accepts peer pressure, but I was to a point where I would have really did something that I didn't want to do to really piss off the salesman, going like, no, I don't want to buy or nothing, man. I already done told you it's expensive, man. But I didn't want to do that, so I pointed to him, that's Super Smash Brothers. He was all like, oh, on the interwebs it is $170, and I'm all like, no, I think the guy just told me $50. In my mind, I didn't tell him this. It's like, however, there is this other cartridge I could sell you for a lot cheaper. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he pulls out the Super Smash Brothers that, on the picture, this sticker on top of this cartridge, it was all black and white, or something like that. It was mostly white, but there's no color to it. It looks like a coloring book that you could just color on this thing. He pulls it out, and in my head I'm all like, you know, this could be an alternative, but I don't even know if it's work. I don't know if it works, I don't know if it's real. And I'm all like, maybe he'll sell it to me for $10 and I'll just give it a try. I mean, he seems like a person that I could bring this back to him. I'm like, my friend, this doesn't work. What are you trying to do to me? Or something like that. I don't know, maybe not, but what he said really done, just done fucked up. Just know. He said, okay, I'll sell you this game for $50. And I was just no. just in my head, I'm all like, just know, I was so irritated. I didn't tell him anything. I was all like, yeah, I can't afford this. I already done told you. Yeah. So yeah, I was irritated, and I couldn't buy a Super Smash Brothers, and then therefore I couldn't stream. And until I find a game that's cheaper than $50, because at that point I had $30. I already expected it to be $50. But at the end of the day, I bought myself a GameCube for $10. For $10, let me say that again, and it felt good. And from a different place, not that janky quote-unquote game store. So yeah, very annoying, but it happened, and there we go. So basically my funny story of the day. So as for my channel, let me tell you what's going on with my channel in whole. Basically, let me do examples here. Example A on how YouTube works upon me and what's going on if I'm gonna break out into a superstar or shrivel down like a little shrimp or something like that. So let me use examples. Example A. Let's call this example A Fat Snorlax 82. So just to keep in mind how YouTube works and how it benefits me. Okay, so for Fat Snorlax 82, let's say that he has a whole bunch of subscribers, but he doesn't have enough views. YouTube will go like, oh, people like you, but not enough to, you know, they're not interested so much of what you have. So YouTube is gonna go like, I can't exactly put you on the traffic list for everybody to see. And then for example B, let's call this Chikorita Girl 73 or something. This person doesn't have enough subscribers and he has a lot of views, or she has a lot of views since Chikorita Girl. YouTube goes like, people like your stuff, but not enough to stay, so, you know, like a little shrug. So I'm in that situation in a way. So another way that YouTube works is a full engagement from watching the beginning of the video towards the end. And looking at my analytics, I don't think that's the, I don't think people watch from beginning to end. I don't know. Let's just say, like, clicking that skip intro button. I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. But just to give you a heads up, I want you guys to know that the way I'm gonna work things from now on is that I need full support from now on, because I want, if I'm gonna be an up-and-coming YouTuber, if that's what I have that for a goal, I want to know that you guys have my back and have that support and know that you're on my side. Believe in me like I believe in you. And that's by clicking that like button. That's by engaging from beginning to end, even if it's skipping the intro. I guess that's fine. I mean, I'm doing it for a reason, right? But okay, so let me tell you another story which is pretty funny that I wished my friend didn't do, and that is, and I swear to God that I didn't tell him to do this, but what he did on Pokemon Crystal, on the episode where I actually catch Entei, for some reason, I don't know what possessed this man to do it, but he watched that video and he pressed refresh. Then you press refresh again. He did it so many times, it actually jammed my video to a point where it's stuck on 301 views. And imagine my surprise when I posted that video. I knew it was gonna do well, and because it's an Entei video, people want to know how to catch Entei, and plus there's rage involved, or it's pretty funny on my part. But I looked at the next day and it said 301. I was like, wait, hang on, how did I get 301? Did I actually put the right tags or something? Or I don't know, I was confused. So when I visited my friend's house, he told me he did it. I was like, what? And to be honest, I wish he didn't do that, because that does nothing for me. It just raised up the views, and now it's stuck on 301 views for I don't even know how long. Because another thing how YouTube works is it raises up from 301 views. Like let's say Chugga Conrad or something. He posts a video, and the first day it goes up from 300 views. It stops there, so it says 300 views plus, so on and so forth. And then the next day they say the actual views. For some reason on my video it's stuck on 301 to this day, and there's nothing I can do about it. I really wish he didn't do that, because YouTube used to work like that to a point where views do matter, but not anymore. It's engagement. It's from beginning to end, and he just kept pressing the refresh button. I really do wish he didn't do that. But like I wanted to mention is that by pressing that like button and from watching beginning to end really does help. Pressing that like button, there's a reason why a lot of YouTubers say that. But jeez, that was a shaky butt. That was weird. Either way, present time is where I haven't posted up lately. I've been having failed recordings lately with the guest, and I'm waiting on my guest to arrive again. Before that, though, I had trouble getting a guest because Skype decided to retire other weaker models of itself and only accepts like Windows 8 or something like that. So I don't have Skype anymore technically. I mean, I still have an account. I can't use it. I tried. My computer's too old for that. So I wanted to have like a guest like Chill and Chum, because I promised them I was gonna make him a guest, and I can't do that. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm gonna like eventually get a laptop or something with Skype on it, and also have this laptop to be able to stream. So just wanted to mention that. So yeah, that's what I had planned out, but I'm waiting on this guest. We had a fail recording, and he's available real soon, and yeah, the videos should be up and running for the rest of the week. After this video, the day after, I should post something else. If not, then please be patient, because I promise you I'll never have an unfinished Let's Play. Just believe me on that. I am too OCD for that to happen, to have it unfinished. It would pretty much scar me for life. You see what I did there? Did you see what I did there? Did you get it? Yeah, but pretty much, let me tell you what's gonna be in the remainder of the year. What's coming up next is, well, pretty much we have to finish Yoshi's story. We're barely halfway there. We're nearly halfway there on it. There's also gonna be Super Mario 64 Abridged. There's gonna be the top 10s for first generation Pokemon and more of the top 10 series, because I want to get that started. I'm almost done with the first video. I just need to rally up and tally up the votes. And this top 10 is actually going to be different, and you'll see how later. Also coming is Pokemon Crystal, the bonus episode, along with the Pokemon Crystal Abridged, except that's going to take time as well. The Abridged series kind of takes a while, because I have to review all the videos again and put it into the story. Jeez, I can hear a dog outside. Also coming up is the 5th Let's Play, which is the ones that you voted for, and I am very hyped for this game. This game, jeez, I don't know, but let me just stop right there. For voting sakes, it took this long, for more than a year, because I wanted to do White Tigers and Dragons, which is the voting system, this long to vote, and I saw this coming before I started Let's Playing. I kind of planned everything out, like, I think 5 years in advance or something like that. I kind of have like 30 Let's Plays already planned out. I already saw this coming. For 2015, I'm going to fix this. So, it's going to be fixed up for it to be more consistent, for White Tigers and Dragons to be more interactive than ever before. And some of the subscribers that I have not chosen a side yet. And I encourage you to do that, because if you do that, then it gets more intense from there. Because in the beginning, I let everybody vote, not just whoever wins between White Tigers and Dragons. Like I said, if you don't know, let me just summarize it. you get points by commenting. I can't say that anymore. I don't know what happened. You get a point for that, but not more than one per video. I mean, you could comment more, but it won't do you any good to get more points. Just letting you guys know about that. But that's just a summarization. I do have a video. I'll put a link in the description just in case you're curious. And another thing about it is, yeah, that's for the rest of the year. From now on to this point, I'm going to be known as ScarKnight, the Legacy, because this is going to be a new era. I'm going to have a video every single day as much as I can, because I want to mention that I just started college today, and I already took my class today. And I specifically made the schedule so I have enough time to record what I want in advance. Because last semester it was just school, and I did not like it one bit. I couldn't keep up with anything. Socially, physically, metaphorically, I don't know, whatever way, I couldn't keep up with it. This semester, I have a class for each and every day, but only one class. And I could record in the morning, post it in the afternoon, not a problem in the world. Boom, there's our plan. But like I said, if I don't post anything, and I have a hiatus for whatever reason, whether it's me injuring my hand or a family member getting sick, and I hope that doesn't happen, but hiatuses do happen, and just be patient. I will never have an unfinished Let's Play ever. Just keep in mind that. So, like I mentioned, I want full support. If you've been watching this video up to this point, because this is going rather long, I want you to put that I'm a proud ScarKnight Legacy member, and that you will stick by me by pressing that like button. And for my 5th Let's Play coming up, I'm gonna actually do like goals and stuff like that. I want you guys to spread the word for White Tigers and Dragons, because that's coming up. And for my 5th Let's Play, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna just try to make it the biggest thing. I want you guys to know that with this full support, ScarKnight will mean something, and hopefully it means something to you. And if there's more than enough comments, I'll give you a hint to what the 5th Let's Play will be, and I'll give that hint in the top 10 video if you want. But I need to see that support. If you've been watching thus far, put down, like I said, put down in the comment section right now, not right now, I guess after the video, that you are a proud member of the ScarKnight Legacy. And that will let me know that you're there. White Tigers and Dragons too.